mystical ninjas, evil sorcerers, gods. Tournaments these days seem to attract all sorts, don't they?
And yet there's always a few seemingly ordinary people brave enough, or stupid enough, to step into the ring. Chun-Li, the strongest woman in the world. And Sonya Blade, the Special Forces General of Mortal Kombat.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Chun-Li, First Lady of the fighting game.
Famous for abusing the Thigh Master.
Chun-Li is a detective for Interpol and has gone through rudimentary police combat training. She is also trained with Gen, a friend of her father's and legend of the Chinese fighting underworld.
But she never did finish her training with him. Does anyone ever finish their training? Seriously. Well, I guess it's not totally her fault. After Bison killed her dad, Gen just kinda disappeared on her. What a dick.
Since then, Chun-Li's been chasing after Bison for vengeance. She is trained in defensive Tai Chi and is skilled in a fast-paced kickboxing variant of Kenpo. She prefers speed over strength, using a combination of rapid strikes to pressure an opponent.
And if you can't tell by looking at them, her legs are pretty damn powerful. She can even kick people through solid brick. Still, her strength doesn't just lie in those legs. She's strong enough to toss things around as big as a couch.
Her main attacks include the unbelievably fast lightning legs, the unpredictable axe kick, and the physics-defying spinning bird kick.
I wouldn't mind taking a ride on that helicopter.
She can also focus her natural ki energy to create the Kokoken, a slow, limited ranged attack.
And the Kokosho is basically a super version of that. An enormous ball of energy strong enough to stop a speeding car.
Her detective skills were instrumental in taking down the criminal organization Shadaloo, and after the tournaments, Chun-Li became a martial arts teacher. However, she has yet to win any major tournament and failed to kill Bison to avenge her father. She was able to rescue one of her students from Urien, but turns out Urien let her win, wanting only to test her skills.
Also, it seems Chun ends up having to be rescued a lot, usually by Guile.
Oddly enough, her most notable award is placing 6th in an international shooting competition, despite rarely carrying a gun.
Well, I guess things wouldn't be too fair if she brought a gun to a street fight. Round 1, bang! Winner!
Despite this, Chun-Li is certainly capable of holding her own, and has consistently proven to be one of the toughest contenders in the Street Fighter tournaments.
You ready for this?
As a young girl, Sonya Blade idolized her Marine father and enlisted to follow in his footsteps. By the age of 26, she was a member of a U.S. Special Forces unit in pursuit of the criminal Kano.
Which ended up being a lot more trouble than she expected when she found herself in a tournament fighting gods, demons, and monsters, all while movie star Johnny Cage tried to get in her pants.
This was Mortal Kombat, a tournament decreed by elder gods where a realm, or alternate dimension, may challenge another realm for world-conquering rights. Sonya joined the Defenders of Earthrealm to stop the evil Shao Kahn's world domination, and succeeded.
But most of them died, except for Sonya and Johnny, of course, who married and had a kid. Lucky Johnny, I'd love to settle down with a lady that has such an impressive resume in kicking ass.
Sonya has decades of combat experience that's prepared her for pretty much anything. She's fought cyborg ninjas. Her Kenpo and Taekwondo training emphasizes speed, agility, and defense. And she shows her mastery by leaping into the air, grabbing foes with her legs, and slamming them down in a backflip faster than the blink of an eye.
She's got Kali sticks, a wind blade, frag grenades, smoke grenades, stun grenades, and a garrote wire for silent kills. But my favorite is her high-tech bracelet, which lets her hover in the air and shoots lasers!
It even controls a remote drone, complete with a cutting beam, perfect camouflaging systems, machine guns, even RPGs.
I think I'm in love.
With what, the drone? Sonya?
Drone ya.
I think twice about that, though. Most guys wouldn't dare lock lips with a woman who has moves like Fire Kiss, Crush Kiss, Slice Kiss, Poison Kiss, or the Kiss of Death.
Yeah, plus she's strong enough to rip a guy in half with just her legs. And I don't know if I want to be in between that.
In the early 1800s, it was common practice to tie criminals between horses, which pulled them apart. Except even 4 horses playing tug of war don't often have the strength to rip people in half. Yet Sonya can do so with ease.
Impressive! Almost as impressive as karate chopping a steel anvil in half!
It's as ridiculous as it looks. Assuming the anvil is made of common steel, it would take over 90,000 pounds per square inch of force to break. To compare, 1969 boxing champion Ernie Shavers delivered the strongest punch in boxing history at 1600 psi, meaning Sonya's punch has over 56 times more power than the hardest hitting boxer ever known.
No wonder she was strong enough to take down Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Jax, and even Quan Chi, ruler of the Netherrealm, back to back.
Of course, throughout decades of military experience, she has made plenty of mistakes. Her short fuse has gotten herself and her troops in trouble more than once. And while her tech and weaponry lets her keep up with otherworldly warriors, a smart opponent can use her over-reliance on gadgets against her.
Still, there's something pretty special about a lady who can rip a guy in half without breaking a sweat.
We need a strategic plan of attack.
I got one! Combat time!
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
And in honor of my Double D's, here's a PSA from the NCAA Double D.
The National Campaign Against Drunk Driving.
Yep.
It should be pretty obvious, but driving while drunk is one of the dumbest things you can do. Every year, nearly 12,000 people die on the road from impaired driving.
That's like if 30 jumbo jets crashed into each other.
The police are out in force this fall in a nationwide effort to crack down on DWIs, so drive sober or get pulled over.
Or get yourself a designated driver, like Wiz here.
Come on, why do I always get stuck with
It's time for a death battle!
fatality.
The winner is Chun-Li.
Next time on Death Battle.